Last night, Valhalla 4 wrapped up in Denmark, the largest European tournament of 2024 so far. The tournament drew in 157 entrants, along with some of the best players in not just mainland Europe, but also the Nordic countries as well. Lastly, Valhalla 4 saw a very notable intercontinental invader, Zomba from the United States. However, according to LumiRank, the tournament was still only classified as a B tier, aka a super regional, and was not a major. Still, that announcement was a week ago, so it may have gone up in value since then, although if it did, it wasn't announced. Regardless on whether it was a major or not though, Valhalla 4 still proved to be one of the two most notable tournaments from this past weekend, and today we'll be going over its top 8 in depth, seeing their bracket paths to make top 8, and then seeing how all of these players actually did within the top 8 itself. Just a reminder before we begin that if you want to support me monetarily, you can do so by using the links to my Patreon or channel memberships. Links to both are in the description below. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get started by taking a look at Losers 8s, those sets being I Refuse versus Tarik and Mescall versus Pip Wolf. Let's go ahead and start with Mescall and Pip Wolf. If you're fairly well versed in the competitive Smash scene, this top 8 likely houses only two names that you don't recognize. One of them is I Refuse, who we'll cover later, and the other is Pip Wolf. Ironically enough, both of these players are actually from Sweden, who had the most representation in this top 8 with 3 players. So let's get you acquainted with these Swedish soldiers, shall we? Pip Wolf is a Swedish Kazuya main who dabbles in the other Shotos as well. After all, the Shotos are very similar to the Fire Emblem sorties in the sense that if you're good with one of them, you can at least play all of them. Pip Wolf came into Valhalla 4 as the 19th seed, starting off the weekend by getting through pools, dropping a game to Lesnid, as well as defeating 14th seed Soon 3-0 outside of pools. However, it was here where Pip Wolf would suffer a loss to Tarik 3-0, dropping into losers and first having a close call Game 5 set with UK Luigi player Hex's Bex. But Pip Wolf clutched it out in the end. After this, Pip Wolf would go on to defeat not one, but 2 Danish players, defeating 11th seed Melly Megren in a close Game 5 set before lastly defeating 8th seed Hope 3-1, making it into top 8 through loser's side. Mescall is the French Ridley player who I recently named as the best Ridley in the world. Mescall came into the event as the 5th seed and made top 8 mostly through winners. Mescall swept pools flawlessly before defeating both Jowlot and fellow top 8 finisher I Refuse, both in 3-0 set victories. Now in winners quarterfinals, Mescall would lose a close Game 5 set to Lancelot, before dropping into losers and defeating 9th seed Nibodax, the Belgian Bayo, in a 3-0 set, to make it into top 8 through loser's side, to go up versus Pip Wolf.
I think as well, like the French players at home, the French community are going to be like that's our boy, you know, he's gone there himself to do this, and let's see what he can bring. So back into we're into our first game here of top 8 at Valhalla 4. The loser of this will
be hit, but they're very committal, already on rage drive on the second stock, gets that down air, and now that rage drive can be a little bit of extra credit on the next stock. Let's see how that goes.
Immediate chrome, come on, that will be enough.
No, actually, it's a little bit longer, but the Nair, such a good focus to get on our stage side beat. Then I can get another side beat for that horizontal pressure. To the F smash, just letting it rip and Mescall. What a way to kick off this top 8.
Now, Pip Wolf with that pressure. Can he find his way back and get this first stop? But no, nice effort there. Pip Wolf off and a simple there will take that first stop.
Yeah, it's
still a little bit scary with enough pressure coming out. Ken can do some really dirty combos low percent and get these early codes as you were saying, but command grab comes out and that's going to be enough. 2-0 to Mescall.
And Pip Wolf both letting them fly, but at the moment Pip Wolf has to do something like, I guess, with combo with the present kick as well. Yep, Nair extensions, maybe the sure you can, yep, lets that fire one rip. And finally Pip Wolf with a decent thing, the Hadouken's flyby, not doing too much about it, throwing out the down tilts, any hitbox they can, gets the back end. Pip Wolf is still alive in this game, the Nordics still going strong. Strong start, but back to the same strategy, right? Just occupying the corner, waiting for Pip Wolf to approach, and just punishing, wow, dearly when he does so poorly. Just some insane pressure. Okay, another forward air. Mescall probably going to take that one. Yep, a triple fair. The crowd screaming as well, and Mescall is going to take that 3.
And in the end, Mescall stopped Pip Wolf's streak of upsets by winning their set 3-1. This allowed Mescall to move on in bracket and eliminated Pip Wolf at 7th place as the 19th seed. Of our top 8 today, only 2 players weren't top 8 seeds. We've just gone over one of them, now let's go to the other by taking a look at the other side of Losers 8's, Tarik versus I Refuse. I Refuse is the other player who made top 8 while not being a top 8 seed. And surprisingly enough, I Refuse and Pip Wolf have a lot in common. They're both in the same seeding range, with Pip Wolf having been the 19th seed and I Refuse having been the 21st. They're also both Swedish, which is what allowed Sweden to not only have the most reps in top 8, but be the only country with multiple. And lastly, they both play very divisive characters from Fighters Pass 2, with Pip Wolf playing Kazuya and I Refuse playing Steve. And yeah, when I first heard that a Swedish Steve had made top 8 at this tournament, I thought it was Big Chungus too. Anyways, side tangent over, I Refuse came into the event as the 21st seed, like I mentioned earlier. I Refuse had a rocky start to the tournament, dropping a game to their first opponent, Ubapu, as well as going game 5 with their second opponent, Yogui, before even making it out of pools. Afterwards, I Refuse would defeat 12th seed Tan 3-0, with things stabilizing a little bit. However, I Refuse's bracket path would be thrown into chaos by Mescall, who defeated the Swedish Steve 3-0, sending I Refuse into losers where they first defeated Osk 3-0. After this, I Refuse defeated 14th seed Soon in a close game 5 set, before most impressively defeating 10th seed Anvil, making it into top 8 from losers' side. Tarik is the German Greninja that needs no introduction, hopefully. But you may be wondering how in the world he's entering top 8 from losers. Well, Tarik had come into Valhalla 4 as the 3rd seed, starting off the weekend by sweeping pools flawlessly. Afterward, Tarik defeated Roxy Rabbit 3-1 and fellow top 8 finisher Pip Wolf in a 3-0 victory. Tarik had made it all the way to winners quarterfinals, but once here would lose in a close game 5 set to our last Swede soldier, the Schmixtape. This made Tarik drop into losers, where he defeated Swedish Joker main Pfeiffer 3-0 to make it into top 8 through losers side, to go up versus I Refuse.
And so it's all up to Tarik. Can you land those fares on something like a minecart? Can you whip punish? Steve tilt, it's hard, but if you can do it, it's doable. We've seen Tarik do it before, and with reads like that, it's gonna go a long way. And even on the big stage, pulls it out, the minecart, evening up the stocks, and he's got a diamond in the back, right, waiting to go for when this one runs out.
Yep, all the combos in the world. Yep, still getting 70%.
Oh, but
we got parallel parking in Sweden. That's in Denmark apparently. I Refuse doing something else. Okay, there's the minecart. Doesn't reverse it this time.
Oh!
Down tilt. No, up smash. Wait! The F smash ripped from I Refuse's side, and I Refuse refuses to die and takes the first game.
Hard, right? The down air is always looming, but in these situations, the precision is what counts. That is Tarik with some exact hitboxes placed at the exact right places to interrupt the minecart, to catch the jumps, to continue the pressure, to charge the forward smash. These liquid swords coming in big, and so the up air to chase, no combo. But Tarik in so much control here. This game is almost a foregone conclusion.
That was
and
a wash.
3-stock in top 8.
Round with down tilt poking away. Maybe dash attack too, but when you got TM to the left and down smash, where the hell do you go?
The double down smash too, the up smash, hard reads, and that's what I like from I Refuse, right? He goes for the big moves. Forward smash in that game number 1 has not been struggling with the walls whatsoever, and that makes this game so much harder. And it's not a 3-stock, but the JV, and it's all about that horizontal vertical game, right? There's no blocks out, so Tarik just gets to control the ground. And look at the results he gets. That chase off stage, he's all over I Refuse. That he found in the previous 2 games, he's not getting hit by anything big. So he's stopping Chungus' momentum and finding some of his own. Bad DI in the forward air, and that's going to be a victory for Tarik. Drops that first.
And in the end, Tarik defeated I Refuse 3-1, moving on in bracket and eliminating I Refuse at 7th place as the 21st seed. That's another thing that I Refuse and Pip Wolf have in common. They both got 7th. Before we can catch up with Tarik and Mescall in losers though, we have to take a stop up and look at winners semifinals. Those sets being Lugie versus the Schmixtape and Lancelot versus Zomba. Let's start off by seeing Lancelot and Zomba, shall we? Zomba, invading this tournament from the United States, came into the event as the 1st seed. And not only did Zomba sweep pools without dropping a game, he'd also sweep the rest of bracket too, defeating Voravi, Pfeiffer, and Hope, all without dropping a single game, making top 8 through winner's side flawlessly. Lancelot is the best player in Finland, and although he mostly uses Roy now, his Crom is still legendary in the eyes of many. Either way, he came into the event as the 4th seed, starting off the weekend by sweeping pools flawlessly, just like Zomba had. And Lancelot would have swept his way to top 8 flawlessly too, if not for a Game 5 set versus Mescall, which Lancelot ended up winning along with defeating Doorman and Zetros 3-0 in order to make it into top 8 winner's side, to go up against Zomba.
And the great, they're happy being in this advantage. They can chill, they can play it slow, and they can play the mix of that. Lancelot, a little bit off on the spacing there.
Guiding on the up recovery. Still going to have to keep it pushing in this first game. Very good start for Zomba though.
And again, that nair from ledge, it just gets punished, and you're getting 3 stock, keeping up with Zomba here. But it's all about that final hit. Who's going to get the KO? And these lasers setting up some really good situations. This corner has been Lancelot's kryptonite, and just drop nairs from ledge on the situations. And Lancelot, he's getting the hits, but they're not sticking. Meanwhile, when Zomba hits Lancelot, look at the result. Look at the dominance that the American Invader is showcasing here in winter semis. It's very hard for you to win. There it is.
Just eventually finding what he needs.
The laser.
God.
Did that catch the jump? Okay, but did manage to get through.
So we rinse and repeat, and that did hit him, but he had no jump. And again, Zomba just going high, uses that nair. Such a hard move to contest, especially the way Zomba's mixing up his timing. The down air suicide, and Lancelot giving up Zomba. What a monster! 3.
And in the end, Zomba defeated Lancelot 3-0, moving on into winners finals and sending Lancelot into losers quarters to fight Tarik. But before we see that, we have to take a look at the other side of winners semis, Lugie versus the Schmixtape. The Schmixtape is the last player in this top 8 to be from Sweden, who came into the event as the number 6 seed. The Schmixtape started off the weekend by sweeping pools without dropping a game, before moving on and defeating Lejoven 3-0 and clutching out Game 5 sets versus both Mihil Magron and most impressively Tarik, upsetting the German Greninja in order to make it into top 8 from winner's side. Lugie is the Luigi main from the UK who I recently covered in my video on Smashborg Winter Seasonal 2024, another big European tournament. Lugie came into the event as the 2nd seed, starting off the weekend by getting through pools, dropping a game to Josie, and mysteriously not having a game record reported versus Jimbits. Either way, Lugie then moved on and defeated Let's Talk 3-1, Daya 3-0, and lastly / most impressively defeating Anvil in one final 3-0 set victory to make it into top 8 winner's side, to go up against the Schmixtape.
So going through that Minecraft, getting the Zen,
doesn't get that one.
grab and kill, but finally up tilt on the Schmixtape side, and we're back even.
Oh no,
My bad.
we're not back even.
My bad.
Lugie with a respawn grab into the...
Back into this neutral, trying to find our way in. Threading the needle, gets that parry, but doesn't get a punish. A little bit too much distance on that, and that dash attack gets it out. But the up smash will confirm it. First,
essentially, and using that room yourself to set up pressure versus being more reactive. Let's see if this combo leads into anything crazy, and that is a K. Oh, well.
Let's see.
A lot more zoning coming out as well, and I feel like Schmixtape finally setting into what you can do. Tries to get the roll read there, can't find it. That parry attempt not working out, and now we're going to get a conversion. Yes, we are Lugie. Just, you know what, saying? Let's 2-0. Where are we going next?
How consistently can you weasel your way in? It doesn't have to be a big punish, but this could be one. The SDI comes out. Does Luigi react? And Lugie does, and finishes it off beautifully. And that lead that Schmixtape, the awareness of on Lugie's confirms is on a whole nother level.
It's very much about knowing your roots in. Does get the confirmation, and that'll be it. 3-0 to Lugie.
You see how quickly he snatched out the air?
And in the end, Lugie defeated the Schmixtape 3-0, moving into winners finals against Zomba and sending the Schmixtape down into losers quarterfinals to face off against Mescall. And you know what? Since we're talking about that set already, how about we just go watch it now, shall we?
Bring down that zone and get close to him, and then set back up and stay away from the Zomba. Okay, big F tilt, slicing him away, poking at that chest, and finally we're getting to stop a piece, but is it too late?
Oh, it's never too late with Mescall. It's never too late. It's never too late with Mescall, making beautiful use of the hazards right there. The platform move, side platform is deadly. The tail is as well. Mescall looking for that off-stage play, and the Becker on the roll, denying center. Mescall, be careful with your normal get-ups. Mescall loves those. The dash attack misses, but no punish. The Becker comes through, and the eye was off. Mescall fights and claws his way in the dynamic here. Look at how beautiful the sequencing together the movements. He's sequencing together the moves, the spacing, the timing traps,
That was a
and
bit
the
off.
finisher too.
That was a bit off position. I think Mescall has perhaps a little bit of space and time here to throw out these big, scary options. That might just a stray hit is all we need, really.
Stray hit indeed, and the tail comes through, and a 3-0 in favor of Mescall, the Schmixtape.
And in the end, Mescall defeated the Schmixtape 3-0, moving on in bracket and eliminating the Schmixtape at 5th place as the number 6 seed. Mescall now moved into losers semifinals, but to see who else would make it there, we have to see the other side of losers quarterfinals, Tarik versus Lancelot.
Tarik fighting back, the get up attack gets punished, great awareness by Lancelot right there, now in the lead
To take this first game. What a statement too.
What is the statement of down tilt? Nice DI down by Tarik, great awareness, but that jab, that's nearly untechable, hard to react to. Tarik was not ready, and Lancelot was taking the first game.
Seeing more what you talked about in the first game, before the set started, is that a lot of the tools that Tarik uses to kind of combat Lancelot is these rounded punches, down attacks, not exactly working out like that.
Tarik knows timing has to be mixed up, and now looking for some offstage pressure to not find it. This game is all but over. Look at the way Tarik pressure the dash back into the back air, not quite a KO, but the offstage pressure is suffocating.
Answered those, nice forward air into dash attack in the back air.
Talked about how that forward air does everything, it starts combos, does damage, it's KOs, but talking about KOs, a big down air right there, and Lancelot
Earlier round, such a good space. Finally back in time. But not really get up down too anymore from Lancelot's side. Tarik is going to really put pressure until now. Lancelot has been all over Tarik this third game. We're going into game 4 right now. Lancelot's favor.
Just snapping to the ledge as that Hydra is coming out. Just get the up smash though. Trying to go over Greninja. That up smash is terrifying.
Hugo, a little bit of hope at the end, well, a bit of light at the end of the tunnel, a little bit of hope in this game number 4, and he's getting some momentum going, but Tarik just needs to find that one hit. There it is, those forward airs, it's carry, it's carry. It's looming, it's looming. Lancelot, he's looking for that final hit. A weak hit forward air will not do it, but the pressure is on, the pressure is on.
Wow.
Up throw will be doing it.
Lancelot has this lead now. One more stock on Tarik.
Finally gets some starts. Is what it takes. Unfortunately, at the moment, no strings attached. Gets the up throw, and now back to complete 0%.
This is it. Final stock for one of our 2 players here.
Oh, man! Side B. Gets
Cross
the
up.
back air.
Cross up from that advancing jump. Tarik ahead here.
Oh!
Percentage. There's a slight percentage. I mean, you have to start being aware of the timer if they can sit there for 2 minutes here.
Wait!
Gets it back. Is that going to be it? He's done it. Lancelot. Tarik did his best to extinguish the blazing lion, but some.
And in a close Game 5 set, Lancelot got the upset win over Tarik, moving on in bracket and eliminating Tarik at 5th place as the 3rd seed. Lancelot now moved into losers semifinals to face off against Mescall. Lancelot had sent Mescall into losers bracket in the first place all the way back before top 8 had even started. Now it's time to see if Mescall could get revenge.
You want to talk about conversions again? Prom just destroys Bentley, but here an easy reversal of fate. It is back and forth.
He gets destroyed off stage, bro. That's really the way it goes. So classic, so effective, and so simple to Mescall right now. You might get jabbed, gets the back air right there as well, Lancelot. Even him up right away.
You're mentioning no rising dive B, but there it is. Comes through the dash and to the forward tilt. Baited Mescall a little bit for that forward smash throw.
Air into the finisher. Clean.
Yeah, eviscerates that one.
Essentially evening the game back up. There's a counter that's untechable at 0. And what looked like a rough game for Lancelot, well, now looking like it's favored. Back to even though Mescall, match smash barely not being enough. Side beats ledge and another jab. Good DI this time. Mescall looking for something clean. But the counter on the up B will be Kearns. Lancelot with a 2-0.
Forward a little bit of great awareness of space.
Controlling the offstage. Here's the Nair one again. We saw it in game 1 and it made its return. Lancelot yanking out the plus progress. It's not working out for Mescall.
Yeah, angling left foot downwards instead of upwards usually.
Jab forward slash.
Just misses it.
Jab forward slash again.
Oh, at the edge. Lancelot makes sure to lock it out 3 games in a row. Wonderful.
But in the end, Lancelot defeated Mescall 3-0, moving on in bracket and eliminating Mescall at 4th place as the 5th seed. Lancelot now sat comfortably in losers finals, and to see who'd join him there, we had to take a look up at winners finals, Zomba versus Lugie.
Zomba looking to push one straight.
I was going to say, sorry about that. One great thing about Luigi is that while he's a grappler, he doesn't exactly have all of the grappler weaknesses, right? But one thing he does have, what the hell is happening?
The buffer on the side B because of the coin hitbox. Zomba dropping his stock at 0,
no,
and the grab comes out. Is that curses? Lugie game 1 to Lugie. Game 1 victory in a minute 15. And the cam knows he's still in the lead here. In control, look at that, 100 and counting. His offstage has been looking like such a rough situation for Lugie. And I like the maneuvering right there. Yeah. Comes out the grab from downtown. Down throw back here, not that deadly, but a huge breakout.
Whoa! Whoa! To connect it as well. That's high enough. Definitely nice focus on that kite.
Okay, his back end been working out a lot for time.
Oh!
Gets the misfire there.
Bad news.
Now that might be trouble for him. Okay, the gyro conversion again. No up smash. Little bit of a scramble situation, and Zomba is going to be the victor that time.
And will punish when it matters most.
Nearly getting grabbed off and clutching that gyro, but still Zomba can keep surviving. Goes the down now, but the up tilt again. Finds the up tilt. I'm telling you, these placements have been godlike from Zomba.
Huge interruption, denying Lugie from establishing his game plan. The up tilt weak hit, unfortunate situation with Zomba still in control. A single back air for Lugie, finds that, and now Zomba's at 0. This is where much work for the show.
This is what happens now on that stage. Oh, just can't find that last forward there to linger. It's that long way now. Wait! Lugie's turn. What can we get though? Yes! And it's game 5. It's game 5.
My God, that's all you need is a moment, and Lugie takes his.
Oh, the Zaire conversion, the sour spot of the boots. Not hitting his mark that time.
A little bit too high in the air there. And again, Lugie, and no jump on Lugie. The misfire!
No way!
That is light!
Are you kidding me? No way he gets this grab, Ramses, right?
The up
GG,
throw, and Zomba. The consistency on this man.
And in a close Game 5 set, Zomba defeated Lugie 3-2, moving into Grand Finals from winner's side and sending Lugie down into losers finals to face off versus Lancelot.
Where are you going to be off to the back though?
No jump.
Misfire though.
That was an unfortunate misfire, actually. Wanted to not get the misfire, gets it instead, and that's going to be a KO. Lancelot up a stock here.
Yeah, we can't. Those nairs that Lancelot loves pressing off the ledge.
On tape. Getting grabbed here. We've seen how quickly Lugie can just on Goes to the turnaround. Can he get the confirmation? Is that going to be it? It is. I willed it into existence. I'm sorry.
I thought that lowering the pace down, because when you start scrambling, Lugie loves that. Finds a grab in one of those scrambles, and Lancelot getting a second chance, but getting it snatched away from him immediately. I like that. No jump for Lugie. This is where he can go off stage, but Lancelot does not even need to. Lugie dropping the stock as well. We're back to even. These rolls, Lugie has been doing a little bit too many of these rolls. He goes trying to catch on. He's going for the pressure to grab the up B. The down B. Is the DI on point? It is not. And that's going to be a 2-0 lead for Lugie.
Showed him in a nicer way.
Again, creating these scrambles, right? You don't need to win in the mid-range. You just need to create a little bit of an awkward spot.
Yep. Oh, the trip as well. So mean.
You're kidding me.
So mean. All off the trip. Even the production was scared. I would be too. That looked like game over to me already.
The down B as well. Cherry on top. Now Lugie's looking so hard to break through. Down throw into the down B. DI on point this time.
Oh! Well, I mean, like...
But ultimately, not even Chrom could save Lancelot from being 3-0'd by Lugie, with Lugie moving on in bracket and with Lancelot being eliminated at 3rd place as the 4th seed. Lugie now moved back up into Grand Finals from loser's side for one more shot against Zomba and at the title of champion at Valhalla 4.
Can do it in this first set of Grands. Maybe a reset. Maybe Zomba sends us all home. We're going to have to see. So right now, Trips with the laser, looking mean. F2 angles it upwards as well.
Angles it upwards.
Wow.
The awareness. However, Lugie breaking through that down B, always a threat, and Zomba a little bit too lazy on that advanced shape, but picks it up right away with the side B. Very, very tight right there. But Lugie made it happen. Rising fair now pressuring the platform very well, but a little eager on the double jump back to the stage. And no, that does not fly when Zomba is piloting Rob and getting that first win.
Yeah, and I worry if the situation for I mean, nice back air to get that one, but I wonder if like Lugie's, is starting to go into that. I wouldn't say the panic mode, but feel like, if I don't get this particular setup to get the KO, how am I going to get it? Right. And like running out of like resources at this low percent. Can he bring us back, or is he looking at a 2-0 deficit and a long hill, or a high hill to climb?
Still roll in. Yep, into the gyro zone, baby. Them roll-ins are going to work on everyone but me, says Zomba. It's 2-0 up in this first set. Okay, down B. I'm going to land on you. I'm going to do whatever I want. Zomba not stopping him. That's a high down B. Good start. It's not over yet. Why can't we get that grab? The crowd singing for it. We're giving it right back to the crowd. Just can't finish it. And I feel like I'm just watching the same story over and over. Finally, we get a different change.
There's life in the young man yet.
He's missing the tempo of the match very, very much so. Now Lugie, look at this combo. Look at the conversion. Look at the 0 to death off of a rising fair ball. Things does not even need to find that grab.
Keep pushing and go further the back air. The smart decision in that place, but
yeah, I think you recognize where Zomba. Look at the down Bs, these high down Bs. You might be able to DI it off the grab. But if I'm going straight high sky and I'm reaching you in the up B in the air.
Fight for the prize as we're entering game number 5. It is back to PS2.
Considering the fact that he had to re-grab the gyro because it was Zomba's and it would have just stopped the combo.
Oh, no tech, and Lugie gonna reel back from there. Zomba, breathe a little bit more.
What a forward air out of nowhere. Stage Zomba will be there to cover, will be there to pressure, and Lugie, you're on your last legs.
You see that he sits back in his chair. He knows that he has not played this game well. Zomba's played it fantastically. Just finding those like the chinks in the armor and just ripping and tearing it apart. Lugie here needs to try and get a 0 to death.
Okay, Zep. Oh, misses it though. Just gets out of the way of the back end. That would have been it. The net pushed him into the skies. Lugie fighting for his life. This is it. The gyro on the ledge. Where do we go? Just past it.
And the grab, that's excellent at the end. Absolute end of the platform as well. Zomba made the necessary adaptations, shuts down the young Englishman, and
But in yet another close Game 5 set, Zomba defeated Lugie 3-2, eliminating Lugie at second place as the second seed and becoming your champion of Valhalla 4 as the first seed. This tournament was the absolute clash, the absolute pinnacle of European competition in 2024 so far. And yet, the only person in the building who was even able to take a game from Zomba was Lugie. Even with 2 Game 5s though, no one could stop Zomba's steamroll to the top. And I've already seen people pointing this out, but yes, Guy and Kiyarash have both beaten Zomba, but Lugie hasn't. I'm not even gonna try to make a comment on that, I'm just the messenger here. That's going to be it for today's video. Before I go, shout out to my patrons Seth Blaster, Frosco333, Logan S, Persipom, Wawa, Mr. Sinister, and my 2 patrons Iltis and Diamond Blaze. Additionally, shout out my YouTube members Loco Soko, Dicho Jr., Defective, Diarrhea, Fan of, Bossonar, Iltis, Gone SSB, Kirby Fan, and my Tier 2 members Mike G, Wu-Tang Forever, and Stormtrooper. Lastly, extra special thanks to my Tier 3 patrons Ocean Man, who says Mr. Mice is sorry for playing Min Min, and Mistybot, who says, in my opinion, me Gunner is high tier. If you want to support me using any of these methods, links are in the description below. Don't miss tomorrow's upload, but until then, I've been Mr. Mice, and thank you all so very much for watching.